Well, good day everybody. This is Chris at the Ancient Scholar. Hope this video finds you all doing well. It's 10:30 at night on a Sunday, and I'm heading into the gym to get a little bit of late night cardio in, and then off to bed and to work in the morning. But I wanted to give you all a quick update on some music I've been listening to. So earlier on in the week, a new album from Aesop Rock dropped, Integrated Tech Solutions. I've been waiting for this one. Ooh, I've been waiting for this. When the first single dropped, Mindful Solutionism, and so I've really excited about this album. It dropped a couple days ago. I've been able to work my way through it, and I just want to give you all my initial impressions on this album. So this album is similar thematically to Spirit World Field Guide in that this is a concept album. And so the name of the album, Integrated Tech Solutions, should give you some basic idea of the concepts that are explored. And in that vein, it does share some similarities to Spirit World Field Guide. However, sonically, this album is, I would say, quite a bit different from Spirit World Field Guide, and I would say that it is somewhat unique to Aesop Rock. I've seen some reviews where people say that he's not breaking any new ground, although all the reviews seem to be very positive. There are several people that are saying that he's not breaking new ground. I actually think from a sonic perspective, he's doing something very unique, and there are points in this album where if I didn't know any better, I would think that I was listening to a clipping album. If anyone knows clipping, David Diggs and his the two producers, where there is a very industrially influenced sonic theme that runs through a lot of clipping. And in that sense, I hear a lot of that in this new album from Aesop, which is something I think is very unique. So when you look at the percussion, specifically from a percussive standpoint, I think Aesop is doing something very unique and something that I really haven't heard him do a whole lot of. So there's a very unique from a sonic standpoint. I think that this new album is very interesting, and it does have in certain songs at least a kind of industrial themed percussion that kind of pushes the song along. So I think that's very unique. Lyrically, Aesop is about as verbose as he's always been. There are just some MCs that just have this highly refined lyricism. And, you know, I put Aesop with, individuals like MF Doom, for example. MF Doom, Bus Driver as well, where they are just incredibly lyrically sophisticated, and there are bars that just kind of get burned into your mind. You know, you think of MF Doom, for example, right? 1 for the money, 2 for the better green, 3 methylene dioxymethamphetamine, right? Just a classic bar that, you know, once you hear it, it just hits you and you're like, grabs a hold of you, burns itself into your brain. And there are some banging bars in this album. One of the songs, Kyanite Toothpick, incredible bars. One that just hit me hard was the mean muggin' seems tough until a real someone come and decorate your gate with a pelt that means something to you. That's hard. It's dark, and there is a hard, dark cynicism that kind of goes throughout this album, which I just find really fascinating. So I'm real happy to see that and appreciate that. And obviously Aesop, as I understand, does most of his production. The production is on point. And Aesop's production has really since Skeleton has just been really good. You know, Skeleton, The Impossible Kid, Spirit World Field Guide, and now Integrated Tech Solutions. And he's done some other albums with other producers, right? The Malibu Kid, Blockhead, and some of that material. But, you know, where Aesop does his own, or primarily does his own production, this is about as good as is always been since, I would say, since Skeleton. And I don't know, I don't want to make a liar of myself. I'm not even sure if Aesop did all of his own production on Skeleton or not. I believe he did on The Impossible Kid, definitely on Spirit World Field Guide, and I believe on this album as well. And then the last thing that I'll mention is that Aesop has really focused on bringing or featuring several individual artists, and some of these artists play an important lyrical and sonic role in the songs, particularly when it comes to the hooks. And as anyone who is a fan of Aesop Rock or has listened to lots of his music know that sometimes he maybe does not focus on hooks as much, and a lot of his songs can almost be very poetic or like spoken word, where there really isn't a consistent hook, line, chorus structure to the song. But that more traditional or more conventional structure does take more front stage in this particular album. So there are many songs that have a really solid hook. Again, Kyanite Toothpick, for example, really solid hook. He features another artist that is involved in the chorus of this song, and they work real well together. They sound great, and I really like that integration or featuring of other artists. So all in all, I have to say that this is an absolutely solid album. I would say that this is one of the best since Spirit World Field Guide. I know that there were a couple of other albums after Spirit World Field Guide. While I thought they were great, I maybe didn't like them as much as Spirit World Field Guide. But this album is just absolutely on point. Aesop Rock is still in rare form decades later, decades into his career. I am absolutely impressed with this album. I love it, and I can't wait to get back to it when I get onto the treadmill. So those are my initial impressions of the new studio album from Aesop Rock. I believe this is his 9th or 10th studio album, and it is Integrated Tech Solutions. All right, see y'all in the next video.